Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
It's time for the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show from Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the YouTube chat or Facebook comments, and we'll include the best ones on the show. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view their full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Now let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise post-game show from Bronco Nation News.
Hey, Boise State fans, how we doing? Welcome to ExtraMile Arena. We'll try to keep it down here so we don't bother Rachel Roberts as she writes her story. But Boise State wins this one 77-57 over Oakland. The Oakland, what was their mascot? It was the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland. Oakland falls to 2-10. Boise State improves to 10-2, 9 wins in a row for Boise State. So we got some highlights. We got interviews with Coach Leon Rice and players. I gave Colin Mitchell the day off today after we got back. So sorry it took a little longer to import all of the footage myself into the system. But we are here and we're on the air, and I want to get your thoughts. Obviously, Boise State covers the spread barely. I think it was 18 or something. They win by 20. They're up to number 49 at KenPom. So Boise State's rising at KenPom, number 49. Santa Clara, by the way, is beating Cal, and they are 1-11 at going into the game on the road. So that's going to be a nice road test on Thursday for Boise State at Santa Clara. But first things first, Tyson Degenhart, 17 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Chibuzo Abo, 16 points. He was 5 of 12. Max Rice, 13 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for Max Rice, and I don't think his name even came up in the postgame. So that's just kind of a quiet double-double for Max. He played 34 minutes and had 10 and 7. Excuse me. But Boise State out-rebounds Oakland 45-31. I don't really think Boise State even particularly played that great defensively. And you look up and they held Oakland to 35.9% shooting and 57 points. And that's already the 8th time in 12 games Boise State has held opponent to under 60 points. They're giving up just an average of 57 points a game, which is 9th in the country. It's tops in the Mountain West. So once again, Boise State's defense continues to be one of the best in the country. They're number 13 at KenPom in adjusted defensive efficiency, number 7 in effective field goal percentage, and number 7 also in offensive rebound percentage. So they're playing very well defensively, just like they did last year. And JD says, nice job, Max. Good work by Milner. Yeah, I was pretty impressed with Lucas Milner. I thought he had some nice minutes in this one to be able to come off the bench. And here's a guy that was starting at the beginning of the season, loses his starting spot, and the team starts winning. And now he is, in a spot where he's trying to fight for minutes with Mo Silla, who played pretty well the last couple of games. So I thought, good minutes from him. He finished with, 21 minutes, and he had 10 points, 7 rebounds. So was pretty impressed with what Lucas Milner was able to do, 3 of 4 from the field. And how about 4 for 5 at the foul line? Kobe Young, who got hurt, and Leon Rice, you'll hear from him. Not sure what his injury is at this point, but he hurt his ankle or his leg and had to go leave the game. And the other, the coach on the other team gets to pick any player he wants to shoot the free throws. And he picked Lucas Milner, who made all 3. And as he was making them, the coach of the other team was just kind of shaking his head. Can you pick the big guy thinking he's going to miss him, and then he makes all 3. So that was just kind of how it went for them. Greg Camp, by the way, 39th season at Oakland, 39th season at Oakland, 664 career wins, one of the current active winningest coaches, and I think his 39 years might be the most currently of any coach at any school in Division I. So one of the legendary coaches in college basketball, Greg Kempe, but doesn't have much of a squad this year. As I said, 2-10 is what Oakland falls to, 2-10 on the season, and Boise State again picks up the win, and they're 9 in a row now, 10-2 on the season. Any word on Shaver? No, Shaver did not play again today. I would suspect he's probably back at Santa Clara, but I don't really know the extent of the injury at this point. And I don't think anybody asked. I don't think Leon mentioned that in the postgame, anything about Shaver. He did mention that he was hopeful on Kobe Young, but we'll have to wait and see for sure on that. Logan says, winning with 9 wins in a row, why is the ranking not moving much? Well, I think it is. If you go back to when Boise State was 1-2, they were number 97 at KenPom after losing to Charlotte. They were number 97, and now they're ranked number 49. So it's gone up almost 50 spots during the 9-game winning streak. So the number is going up. And, again, Boise State doing it on both ends of the floor, but particularly of late, it's been defense. You give up 57 points, as I said. Boise State still didn't shoot it great. 25 of 59 from the field. That's 42%, but only 31%, 9 of 29 from three-point range. So you expect Tyson Degenhart will get going from three. You expect when Shaver comes back, he'll get going from three, and that'll change some of the statistics. But right now, Boise State not playing great from three-point range and shooting in general, but they're still finding ways to win games. 10-2, and you look at where they were last year, 3-4, and trying to get it going, and now they're 10-2 with one non-conference game remaining. If they can win at Santa Clara, which I think is a sneaky tough game, and if you can get to 11-2 in non-conference play and be on a 10-game winning streak going into conference, you're setting yourself up really nicely. Because a quick look at KenPom, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games left out of your 18 where it's against a top 100 team at KenPom right now. So there's a lot of quality wins still left out there on the schedule. And the worst team left that Boise State's going to play, 172, San Jose State. So a lot of good teams left in terms of the computer metrics. It's certainly going to help Boise State from a standpoint when it comes to trying to pick up quality wins and things. And, you can only play who's in front of you. And today, again, 77-57, they take down the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, and Boise State again 10-2. I said 9 wins in a row, and now they'll play on Thursday. They got finals out of the way, so they got some time now to play on Thursday against Santa Clara, and then they'll have a couple weeks where they can just focus on basketball and try to obviously improve and keep the win streak going until they start ramping up the schedule as school gets back in session there. They got Utah State coming up at UNLV. There's some tough games on the horizon, starting with the Santa Clara game. I think that's going to be a tough game as well. Best comment of all time here by Karen Rains. Not winning by the expected KenPom prediction is the reason not moving up much, right? That would be a big part of it, yes. Love that my wife's familiar with KenPom. That's awesome. But yes, if you don't finish higher than you're supposed to win by, you could potentially move down. But they only won by 20 tonight, and actually KenPom had them projected to win by 21, and they still moved up 2 spots. They were 51 at the end of the game, or right when the game ended, and then they went there now at 49. So they improved 2 spots, even though they won by 1 less point than they were supposed to. So must have done some things with the other metrics. But yes, that would be part of it. They were 57 going into the Eastern Oregon game. They've won 4 in a row. Now they're at 49. So for the person earlier that asked about it, you are supposed to win by more than, for the computers to like that, you have to win by more than they expect you to. That is correct. And so they're doing that a little bit. Again, they've gone up almost 50 spots. They're at number 49 right now. And I saw Joe Lenardi had them as the second team out of the tournament. So they're right on the bubble to make the tournament. So I think Boise State is in a good spot right now with all these big games coming. Logan says, do we play New Mexico this year? Yes, you played New Mexico one time, and it's in Albuquerque, and it is on they play them twice. My bad. They play them January 20th on Friday, January 20th at the Pit, and they play them Wednesday, February 22nd in Boise. So, yes, 2 games against New Mexico. So, I apologize for that. I think it's only 1 game against Air Force this year. Air Force does not come to Boise, and then I think Boise State does not go to Fresno State. I think those are the 2 teams they only play once this year. Workmanlike just win, according to Perry. Yep, and that's kind of I think Rachel asked a question about that, and it was right on. I mean, it's basically what they just kind of won by 20. It was kind of a ho-hum, did what you're supposed to do, win. It wasn't super impressive, but it wasn't bad. They won by 20, but it just seemed like it was kind of just a ho-hum type of win. Wasn't overly impressive, but you look up and they won by 20. So it was Grand Tetons. Appreciate the kind words there. I think I bet about 3. Got to the hotel room and got into bed about 3:45, and the alarm went off at 7. So probably about 3 hours, but it's okay. There's much worse jobs than covering sports for a living, so I'm not going to complain about the lack of sleep. We'll catch up on it at some point, but thank you for the kind words. We got some highlights we can show. We'll show some highlights from this game. Boise State again got off to a nice, not really a good start. I was going to say a nice start on the glass, but they got down 6-1 on the glass, and I think to start the game, and then they were 20-20 when you look up at the score. So Jaden Finch, our intern, did a tremendous job getting us some highlights. We'll get to those in just a second. We'll hear from Leon. We'll hear from some players as well. But first, we are broadcasting from the Cutwater Canned Cocktail Studios here, the mobile studios on the road at ExtraMile Arena. You can pick up one of their more than 30 flavors of premium premix cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Rowpaint.com, our title sponsor. They got that great deal going on right now. BNN15 is the promo code. BNN15 is the promo code, and you can get 15% off the interior painting of your home. Anywhere in the Treasure Valley, you get 15% off if you just use the promo code BNN15. Support the sponsors, folks. If you're thinking about getting some painting done, please check out rowpaint.com. Lithia Ford of Boise, lithiafordboise.com. They have their full inventory of vehicles available online. You can check them out at lithiafordboise.com. Find the vehicles you like. You can compare them and then go on in, test drive them, make the purchase, and be on your way. So the Rains family is very happy with our F-150, and you will be too if you go check out Lithia Ford of Boise. Kim got the Christmas card from Kim, our salesperson, in the mail yesterday, or a couple days ago. So thankful for her, and they treat you like family there at Lithia Ford of Boise. And Idaho Central Credit Union as well, ICCU.com. More than 500,000 Idahoans have made the switch, and you should too. They're the official bank of Bronco Nation News and the Rains family, and I've said it numerous times, but they just make the banking experience so easy. And you go in there once to sign up for your account, you never have to go back. So we are very appreciative of ICCU, the mobile banking, the online. It's just so easy to use. So let's watch some highlights. We appreciate early in the game there. That put Boise State up 3-0. But they came out firing as well early in the game, and they hit some shots. And that made it 6-3 at that point, or 5-3 that they took the lead. Boise State, though, Max Rice lets it fly again. That put Boise State up 8-5. That was about 5 minutes into the game. Degenhart with the drive. Nice little left-handed up and under. Nice move by Degenhart. They kept jacking, though. They were hanging around and kept letting it fly early in the game. And as I said, at one point, you look up and it's 20-20. But some nice interior passing there. Sada Nganga with the finish. That was a nice bucket for him. He's starting to come on. He hit a three-pointer later in the game. I don't know if we have that highlight or not, but I was pretty impressed with what we saw from Sada for a second straight game. Here's Tyson Degenhart, another left-handed shot. Liked that one as well. Jace Whiting continues to get some time. Nice pass there. And again, Lucas Milner, the big man in the middle, finally got going tonight. 10 points, 7 rebounds. Was very impressed with what Lucas was able to do. But how about this gentleman right here, number 4 for Oakland. This dude was on one tonight. 30 points for Trey Townsend. Played 39 minutes and had 30 points. They only scored 57. He had 30. So number 4 was lighting it up for Oakland. Tyson Degenhart in the corner. He gets it to go late in the first half. Boise State, again, this game was tied, and then Boise State went on a little bit of a run to get up. It was 20-20 with 3:17 to go in the half. Abo hits the 3 there, and Boise State goes up into the half. It was 31-24 was the halftime score for Boise State, 31-24. They get that last bucket here right before the end of the first half. Nice pass. The and one for Abo. Another nice game for Abo. It was kind of a quiet, you look up and all of a sudden he had 16 points or whatever it was. It was a pretty quiet game for him. We go to second half now. Boise State, 17 minutes to go. Max Rice continues to light it up from downtown. They weren't going away, though. They hit a couple shots. That cut it to 11 there. That was 42-31, I believe. Whiting gets open for the three. Saw his dad here. Pretty cool for the Whiting family that he continues to play and make an impact, and that was pretty cool to see. But nice ball movement here. A couple nice passes. There's one, and then he goes up for the short floater for Tyson Degenhart. But there were a couple nice plays where a little bit of some interior passing, a couple nice passes, the give and go there, and Max Rice able to finish again. And again, Max Rice had a double-double, and I don't think we even mentioned him. 13 points, 10 rebounds for Max Rice. There's the Sada Nganga three. If they can get him going, that would be huge. I really like his shot when he steps into it. I think he's got a pretty nice shot, and I like what he's doing there. There's another three for Oakland. Max Rice. He's got that little floater in the lane kind of down now, the kind of one-handed shot. And Max Rice really has become a more all-around player in the last couple of years, and particularly this year. His ability to score in the lane and not just be an outside shooter. It's been pretty impressive. So there's the give and go, and Abo hits another three. When he gets going from the outside, man, he's tough to nice another dunk there from Milner. But Abo was 3 of 8 from three-point range. But, you know, we're seeing in a couple games now where once he gets going, he's hard to stop. But Kuzmanovic, a nice move there, and that'll pretty much wrap it up. Boise State again, 77-57. Another nice pass. Tyson Degenhart scores, and Boise State wins the game by a final score of 77-57. We got some comments rolling in here. Let's go up here a little higher so we can see news on the injury front. Is it a high ankle? Yeah, we're waiting. We didn't really get much. You know, we're waiting to find out in the next couple of days, I guess, on Kobe Young. Leon Rice is going to do some media availability, I guess, later this week before the Santa Clara game, Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll find out about that. Someone says you were the co-pilot. Who was the pilot? That is confidential information. I can't tell you about who the pilot was, but just rest assured, I didn't press a single button on the entire flight. I think there's probably laws against that, but I just sat there and took some pictures. It was fun to sit up in the cockpit, but I didn't touch a single thing other than to turn on my microphone to talk. So yeah, it was a awesome experience and one of those kind of once in a lifetime type things to be up there in the front of the plane. Colin Mitchell was in the back, by the way. I snuck him on the plane too, so that was cool for Colin to get to be on there. I'll get some tonight, hopefully. How are you still awake, putting in long hours? Stop complimenting me. It's fine. It is what it is. It's a job, and there's much worse jobs than getting paid to cover sports. So I'm thankful to be able to do that, and it was fun to get back in time for the game. So we'll sleep at some point. Santa Clara 111 at Ken Palm. Somebody's asking about. They're now 111. I will triple check that to make sure that they haven't finished their game. They're playing against Cal, and I don't think that game's gone final yet, or if it hasn't, it hasn't been updated. Cal lost 0-12 is now the final score. It is over. So Cal loses, Santa Clara wins, and that should help the numbers a little bit. I didn't see what the final score was. But Boise State, 9 in a row. And as I said, the games are only going to get tougher here moving forward because they just don't have a lot of games left against teams that are not ranked very high. I mean, it's going to, that aren't high. A lot of the teams, most of the games they have left are against good teams. So it's going to certainly help, from that standpoint. The fact that they can keep getting these games and keep racking up these quality wins as they move down the stretch here. We've got some post-game interviews. We've got Coach Leon Rice we can hear. We've got some players as well. We'll start with Coach Rice, his thoughts on the game, but I do want to thank a couple more sponsors. Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. They got the Ace Hardware at a lot of their locations now as well. Make sure you check them out for the location near you at shopridleys.com. 13 Idaho locations. Love that CUNA location, and they got all over the if you ever go up to McCall, whether it be for the Winter Festival or in the summer, the McCall location is a great one as well. So Ridley's Family Markets, and again, they have all the highest technology, the Skip app, the at-home shopping, and the new Ridley's app. Just download the Ridley's app, search Ridley's, and they give you all the deals and all the things right there, and you get way bigger savings if you use the Ridley's app than the regular just going into the store. So check out the Ridley's app, and they're in the App Store. Blue and Orange store, free shipping any order over $40. That's right, free shipping any order over $40. There's still time for the holidays. If not, you can go into the Blue and Orange store at the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall and in person purchase your items and your shirts and hats and whatever else you want to get from the Blue and Orange store. So if you're needing some new Boise State gear, check them out at the Blue and Orange store. BoiseDentistryCo.com, locations across the Treasure Valley. If you're looking for a new dentist, look no further. Dr. Meinert and his staff do a tremendous job. Full family dentistry, so your kids, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, whoever, check them out, BoiseDentistryCo.com. And United Commercial Insurance, if you're looking for business insurance, they can lower your rate and they can help you in pretty much anywhere around the country. 44 states, they can write business insurance policy. So if you're looking to lower the rate and you own a business, quick call could save you hundreds of dollars. 229-8222 at United Commercial Insurance. They make business insurance easy. And if you're looking for a job, last but not least, we're going to hear from Leon Rice in just a second. Transcomservice.com. They can help you become a truck driver, get you out there towing that first load in no time. Transcomservice.com, whether it's the Amazon truck you see driving in your neighborhood, the big rig you see on the screen here, they can help you every step of the way with all the permits and things that you need. So make sure you check out Transcomservice.com. We're going to get to the Matt Boucher Real Estate Player of the Game coming up in here in just a minute. But let's hear from the victorious head coach, Leon Rice, after Boise State wins 9 games in a row now, 77-57 over Oakland to improve to 10-2 on the season.
All right, here we go.
Kind of just like, you kind of did what you were supposed to do today.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a perfect game. You look up and you won by 20. I mean, what are kind of your...
True, and the thing about it is, I told these guys, it's Division I basketball. That team had 12 days to prepare. They have a coach who's won close to 700 games. I mean, they were going to get better and different, and they played some great minutes tonight. Oakland did, and we just had more bodies to wear them down a little bit. And we didn't win the game because we shot it well. We didn't, we won it with defense. We won it with rebounding. We won, and because we had some good looks for us that didn't go in that first half, and that kept them close. But, I think our defense is cumulative. And, in the end, when you look up, you're like, oh, my gosh, this team, I don't know what their average, I can't remember what their average is exactly, but we held them, I think, 20 points below it probably. And that's what we've been doing consistently. And every rep, every possession matters to us defensively, and every guy out there matters to us. And so I was proud of the guys. We were good from the free throw line. We didn't turn it over too much against a defense that can turn you over. I mean, the games they've won, they've had 13 steals, and they can be a problem that way. So proud of our guys because, coaches we're always worried and tentative about games after finals and after a little time off and, all those things that come into play. And everyone's not going to be beautiful, but I thought we did some good stuff. We out-rebounded them by 14, and we shared the ball, 14 assists. So we did some good things out there.
Where do you feel like your team grew the most today from this game?
Well, the reps that those guys that haven't been getting reps, with like tonight, Lucas goes out and gets 10 and 7. And, I've got competition now at the 5, which is great. And because that will make them better. And we're coaching them hard because we believe in them. Those two can really help us. Now you get both of them clicking on a night, and that's pretty special. And good rim protection, good bodies out there as far as rebounding, holding down the middle. And the only thing I'm a little disappointed in is we've done a great job of scouting report D on guys, and I don't think we did a great job tonight on it. I mean, that kid's a good player, though. I mean, Trey he has a magic ball that goes in. It just kind of sits on the rim and goes in, and he's a hard guard. He's a good player. So they had their hands full, but we let him go where he wanted to go, not where we wanted him to go.
You mentioned the big guys. I mean, how have you seen Lucas kind of, first he gets taken out of the starting lineup, and then Mo starts to push for minutes too.
Yeah.
And now he battles back. Now have you seen, you talked a lot about guys' attitudes and things.
No doubt.
And stuff. How's Lucas?
Lucas is great. Now, I mean, he's just a fabulous person. But Lucas likes to play angry. So he kind of wants me to coach him that way, which is not necessarily my forte. There's other people I get angry with, like referees, but I don't get angry with my players very much. But he kind of likes that. He needs a fire lit under him, and that's when he's best, really. And so he likes it when we get after him, and it's helped him. But I think competition is one of the greatest motivators. You know, I got to do what's best for the team, and there's not all the minutes for both of them. There's, you know, in a perfect world, they both get a lot of minutes, but some nights it will be one, some nights it'll be the other, some nights it will be both, and that's what we're working for. So some nights it's a little bit of a crapshoot, a guessing game and a feel, and it's a weird thing with what I have now. I have 6 guys on the bench, and knock on wood, I hope Kobe's okay. That was unfortunate because he's really helping us now. I'm starting to play great, and that, you know, he came down on a foot and that turned it pretty bad. So that's concerning. But I got 6 guys that I'm trying to get minutes for, and it's hard. So I'm having to read and watch every little thing, and body language at practice, and you know, and how they're playing and how much energy they make. So it's a bit of a guessing game sometimes of who I can play and who I don't play. And you know, I told those guys that, hey, am I going to be perfect on that? Not a chance, not even close sometimes. But your attitude can be perfect, and your energy and your effort, and whether it's 1 minute you get or 20 minutes you get, you go in there and help the team. And those guys have been terrific that way. And, you know, Mo's happy for Lucas. I mean, he said that to me tonight. And, you know, that's when you have a special team, when they're all pulling the rope, not for themselves, but for the team.
I was going to say, I like seeing what players do when people aren't really watching. So, you know, every time before the game, Degenhart comes out and gives a fist to all the opposing, you know, players. And then after the game today, he has all these kids that are coming up to him.
Yeah.
He wants to get signature, the autographs, gives the autographs and stuff. You know, how important is kind of his steady leadership too?
He's amazing as a leader. And, you know, that's really blossomed this year, because last year he came into a team with a lot of older guys. And he still led, but this year, you know, I'd say him and Max and Shave and Naj, those veterans, have been great leaders. And not that Lucas and those other guys haven't, but those guys have been in this program a long time. They've been around it a long time. And, you know, Tyson's just a natural leader, and maybe not the kind that you think where it's rah-rah like Abu was, you know, and it's just vocal and loud and energy you know, Tyson just does it in his own way. And it's, you know, one of the best ones I've been around.
There he is, Leon Rice, and the full video will get up on YouTube. He talked for another 6-7 minutes. We will get the full video up on YouTube, and you can watch Leon Rice there. We had some Boise State players that talked as well, Tyson Degenhart and Lucas Milner. I want to tell you about that and let you hear that in just a second, but we do want to throw in a quick plug for the contest we're doing. We're $1.35 a week. If you want to subscribe to Bronco Nation News, we'd love to have you, and we're getting closer towards the end of the month. We're going to have our giveaway for the trip for 2 down to the basketball game in Las Vegas here in a couple of weeks, which is shaping up to be a pretty good game, a real big game, actually. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe, do the yearly subscription. We'd love to have you, and we have some other great giveaways we'll be giving away this week as well, as we continue our customer, our subscriber appreciation month, I think I called it. So let's give away the Matt Bauscher real estate player of the game. Bauscher Real Estate, the #1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. Check him out. No home is too big or too small for Matt Bauscher and his staff. 243-822. You can get more information, BauscherRealEstate.com. Couple interesting choices here. You got Tyson Degenhart at 17, Abo had 13, 16, Max Rice had 13. We'll go ahead and give it to Tyson Degenhart because he had a team high 17 points. But you know what? I think 1A should be Lucas Milner tonight. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lucas Milner. 10 points, 7 rebounds. Only played 21 minutes, and it's been a struggle for him the last couple of games. Hasn't gotten in there a lot of late. But Lucas Milner has 10 points, 7 rebounds, and he was a plus 14 for Lucas Milner. So congratulations, Lucas Milner, Bauscher Real Estate player of the game. Speaking of Lucas Milner, let's hear from Lucas Milner and Tyson Degenhart after the game.
Our goal each and every night is to accomplish the mission, go 1-0. So can't complain, but there's obviously some things that we can work on and get better for coming Thursday.
What changed kind of later parts of the first half and into the second half? You know, I mean, you look up with 5-6 minutes left, it's a tie game. I mean, what kind of was going wrong, and then what got better?
I think the ball just didn't really move for us. You know, we weren't moving the ball, getting good looks. So I think we started to find the holes in the defense, and we just capitalized on it in the second half.
Milner, you had a nice night tonight. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 dubs. How did it feel out there?
I felt good. I was just out there playing as hard as I could, and we got the job done. It might have been ugly, but we got it.
Tyson's kind of a steady Eddie. You don't even realize that he had the most points tonight. How would you describe him as a teammate?
Great teammate. I mean, he's a guy you want to have on your team. He does all the stuff that's you don't see in the light, and he brings a great attitude every day. There's so many times in practice he's picked me up because I get a little emotional when I play, and he's just a great teammate to have, all around.
Lucas, what has it been like for you? Obviously, it's been a little bit of a struggle at times, and then Mo comes in and starts taking some of the minutes, and obviously now you get the playing time today. I mean, what's that kind of battle like between you two for playing time?
It doesn't matter to me, man. I just want to win. That's all I want. If he does it and I do it, we both have a great relationship where we both pick each other up and we go hard in practice, make each other better, and I love to see Mo succeed, and everyone does on the team too. Everyone does.
Obviously, you started the first couple games, and then they made the switch to Najee, and obviously you guys haven't lost since that. But what was that like? I guess we haven't talked to you, just having to come off the bench now.
I mean, I don't mind it as long as we won. We've won ever since, so I got 0 complaints for sure.
Tyson, you kind of get swarmed by little kids after the game. You always notice. What does it mean to you to have those kids kind of want to take pictures with you and want to get your autograph?
It's super special. I grew up in Spokane, so if I was in their shoes at one point with Gonzaga players, so just want to make sure each and every kid is want to make their day, and I know how much it would have meant to me as a kid, so I want to make sure to pass it forward that way.
What can you say about your guys' defense? I mean, just all the metrics, whatever. You guys are top 15 in the defense yet again. I mean, what? I know last year you guys obviously that was a big thing, but how have you been able to carry it over again this year?
I mean, I'll be honest. Today I did not guard very well, but our whole focus is defense oriented. Defense wins championships, and if we want to keep winning, you got to make sure we lock up, and I got to start doing that too.
Is there, I don't know if it's like 60 is the number, or do you guys have like all your stuff you track? I mean, if you keep a team under 60, you got to feel pretty good. I mean, you've done that 8 times already this year. I mean, is that pretty much, you're going to win probably most of the time when the other team doesn't get to 60, right?
And that's generally the goal. Our goal each and every night is to win, and so we just try to hold them to as little points as possible, and we take care of business on offensive end.
This is one of those games where kind of you guys did what was expected, but where do you think you grew the most as a team today?
I think we got better on zone offense. We haven't really seen a 1-3-1 like that. I mean, the only other time we really saw it was against Utah Valley. So I think we got a lot better on zone offense and just moving the ball and just finding the holes in the defense.
Is it tough at all, like with finals this week and stuff? I mean, does it affect practice at all? I mean, was that at all why maybe you guys came out a little sluggish at all, or?
We just came out sluggish. There's no excuse for that. And that's something we got to get better at. Of course, the season you've seen like. Most of the time we come out sluggish, we just got to change that because come conference play, if you get down early, it's hard to come back, especially on the road.
You look at just one.
We'll get the rest of that on the YouTube channel. That is Tyson Degenhart, Lucas Milner, and again they talked for a couple more minutes. So if you want to check that out, you can on the YouTube channel. And I should have basically made Rachel Roberts a co-host today because you heard her voice on there as much as you're hearing ours because we were the only 2 that showed up for the interviews today. So it was a light media attendance, no TV, and some people were still traveling back from the bowl game. So me and Rachel kicked some ass on the post-game press conference, and it was a nice win for Boise State. 77-57 is the final. And again, Boise State's now won 9 in a row. They're 10-2 on the season. Someone here asking about the shot clock violation. Seemed like the officials also started calling some ticky-tack fouls. Basically, what happened on the shot clock violation was I believe they just put the shot clock at 20 instead of 30, and nobody caught it. So they were shooting free throws, and the shot clock was at 20, and they never reset it to 30. So Boise State wasn't paying attention. The refs weren't paying attention, and essentially they thought they still had 10 seconds left, and all of a sudden the buzzer goes off. So if you get an offensive rebound, the shot clock just goes to 20. It doesn't reset to 30. So they had it at 20 at one point when Oakland had the ball, and I think they accidentally reset it to 20 instead of 30 after the free throw, and I think that's what happened where Boise State just wasn't looking, and the refs didn't catch it, and then all of a sudden Max Rice is driving, and the horn goes off. There's nothing you can do at that point. So just bad clock management, I guess, by Boise State's clock guy. We got Milner time. Going to need Lucas, Mo, or both to perform at the 5 like today when we get into conference play. Yeah, they're going to need both those guys. That's why it's very encouraging what you saw from Lucas Milner today. A couple of games, it's been Mo. Now Lucas comes back with a nice game. Super encouraging to see that. And obviously got to get Marcus Shaver Jr. healthy here moving forward, and then have to, try to get Kobe Young healthy as well. So don't know exactly what is going on with Kobe Young, and we'll have to find out if he's okay moving forward. But Boise State was able to get the win, and I think they get Marcus Shaver back on Thursday, but we'll see. But they'll look for a 10-game winning streak when they finish non-conference play against Santa Clara. That's a weird game time too. I think it's like 2:00 or something. It is. Let's see here, 2 p.m. Mountain time. 3 p.m. Mountain time against Santa Clara. 3 p.m. Mountain time, 2 p.m. At Santa Clara on Thursday the 22nd. That is allowing for the players to try to fly out to go home for Christmas for a few days right after the game on the night of the 22nd. Both teams agreed to push the game up into the afternoon so that they could do that and let the players have some time with their families for the holidays. So we'll get Leon up, we'll get the players up, we'll get the highlights all up on YouTube, and then we'll get a story written as well after this one. And so full coverage coming to BroncoNationNews.com. We appreciate everybody for checking us out. We got tons of football coverage up as well. We had some on-field interviews with some of the players. We had the podium interviews, which included Taylor Green, highlights, all kinds of post-game stuff, some photos, and a full story as well is up online. So make sure you check out the site. And we talked to a couple of recruits as well. And I will throw a plug in there. We're talking to CJ Tiller tomorrow, the quarterback commit, as we get closer to signing day on Wednesday. So we talked to 2 recruits in Texas, and then we're going to get CJ Tiller on our Zoom StreamYard platform tomorrow. And that'll be another subscriber-only interview. So you got to be a subscriber to get the content for the recruit interviews heading into signing day on Wednesday. So appreciate all you guys for the kind words, for checking out the show today. We will end it there. But it's been a fun 24 hours with the game last night, and then getting here for this one today. So nice weekend if you're a Boise State fan. They win the football game, win the basketball game today, and it's a nice weekend for the Broncos. So thank you to Lithia Ford of Boise. Make sure to get out there and check out their deals. Check out their lot there on Fairview, LithiaFordBoise.com. ICCU as well, the official bank of Bronco Nation News. If you're looking for a new bank, make the switch. You'll be so happy you did at ICCU. And, of course, our title sponsor, RoePaint.com, ROEPaint.com. The 15% promo code BNN15 is that promo code. You get 15% off the interior painting using that promo code BNN15. So we appreciate it. Hope you'll click that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen on YouTube. And we're trying to build the YouTube channel up a little bit, and we'd love to have you subscribe there. And hopefully you go tell your friends about Bronco Nation News. Would love to have their support as well. And have a great rest of your Sunday evening. We appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. John Mallory will join me at 9 a.m. tomorrow as we discuss the football game, this game, and everything else going on in Boise State athletics. So have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll talk to you 9 a.m. tomorrow. This has been Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.